Hello and welcome to Around the Air Force. I'm Senior Airman Alina Richard. The VZ-9AV Avro car was an experimental aircraft in the late 1950s, and one of them is now on display at the National US Airforce Museum at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, Ohio. With its round design standing at nearly 5 feet tall and 18 feet wide, it looks like something out of an old science fiction film. Although considered a failure, the Avro car's experimental technology had far-reaching impacts and was one of the significant steps to developing the technology we use today. Newly declassified documents concerning the Avro car project were released this month, which include diagrams that demonstrate the scope of the project. After flying millions of miles in space, an 85-ton orbiter made its final journey, not through outer space, but through the streets of LA. Krista Knaus has the story.
With its sides weathered by millions of miles in space and 24 re-entries, Space Shuttle Endeavour begins its 12-mile journey from Los Angeles International Airport to the California Science Center.
This was truly an epic move to be remembered by all who witnessed it and watched it on TV. Endeavour was moved on a special transporter designed to move bridge segments. And what a move it was, with estimates of over 1 million people coming out at all hours to see a 5-story tall spacecraft with a wingspan of 78 feet, and it was a sight to see. All was not easy as the airliner-sized spacecraft moved its way down the streets. Much had to be moved to make way for the huge orbiter, including over 200 street signs, traffic signals, street lights, and trees, with additional clearance created on the way. The space shuttles may have been based in Florida, but like all shuttles, Endeavour was built and assembled in California. Endeavour will be formally available for public viewing at the California Science Center in Los Angeles. Reporting from the City of Angels, I'm Krista Knaus.
And now let's take a look at what airmen are doing across the globe as we go around the Air Force. In South Korea, a group of airmen from Osan Air Base provide mobile aerial support to ensure the mission can be completed no matter where it goes.
So what we'll do today is load up all of our equipment, we'll get some convoy training, and then we're going to set up our mobile air support operations center, set up all our comm capabilities, do a comms test, and train all of our new people that have just arrived on Penn.
In Montana, former missileers gathered at Malmstrom Air Force Base to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Cuban Missile Crisis and 50 years of the Minuteman intercontinental ballistic missile being on alert status.
Some of the people present in this very hangar may have been involved in placing those very first missiles here at Malmstrom, while others were on alert during the Cuban Missile Crisis when our nation went to DEFCON 2.
In Hawaii, active duty and Hawaii Air National Guard Security Forces members went on a ruck march in support of retired Master Sergeant Evelyn Proctor, who was diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease in 2011.
It's overwhelming. It gives me the strength, the courage to roll over every day to continue to fight this.
With the presidential election less than 2 weeks away, airmen should keep in mind that special ethics rules apply. For example, airmen are allowed to register, vote, and privately express opinions on political candidates and issues. Airmen can also make monetary contributions to a political organization. But off-limits are things such as soliciting or fundraising in federal offices for a candidate or attending partisan political events as an official representative of the armed forces. The purpose of these rules is to ensure the Department of Defense does not influence our nation's electoral process. Violating these rules can have serious consequences. For a complete list of do's and don'ts, visit AFLINK. From the Air Force Broadcasting Service, I'm Senior Airman Alina Richard.